Last class of the originals, and then I'll do the extensive monk. Don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, but monk will be done, and it'll be all kinds of rejoicing and happiness. So, rogue time. Yes, pre-made. He's got this silly armor. Silly armor. Except he's sitting down. Peekaboo, I see you. Yeah, that's where you're gonna stay. Okay, level 15. Night Stalker. Increase speed while stealth by 20%. And I forgot to mention in the Druid video, they actually have a glyph that reduces the penalty for stealth by 100%. So you move at normal speed in stealth. Forgot to mention that on the Druid video. But anyways, Subterfuge. Your stealth breaks 3 seconds after dealing or receiving hostile actions rather than doing so immediately. Interesting. Shadow Focus. Abilities no longer cost energy while you are stealthed. That is insanely helpful, holy crap. Deadly Throw, level 30. Finishing move that reduces the movement speed of the target by 50% for 6 seconds. If performed with 5 combo points, also interrupts spellcasting and prevents any spell in that school from being cast for 6 seconds. And no, I'm not going to go through all the damage and what the points are. No point. Nerve Strike. A successful kidney shot or cheap shot also reduces the damage dealt by the target by 50% for 6 seconds. Combat Readiness. 2-minute cooldown. Enter into a state of heightened awareness, deflecting enemy weapon strikes with increasing effectiveness. Successive attacks will deal 10% less damage per application, stacking 5 times. Lasts for 20 seconds, but if 10 seconds elapse without any incoming weapon strikes, this state will end. So same as it is now. Level 45, Cheat Death, an attack that would otherwise be fatal, reduce you no lower than 10% health. It's the same as it always has been with the minor changes it's been given in the past. Leeching Poison, requires one-hand melee. Coat your weapon with a non-lethal poison that lasts 1 hour. Your melee attacks have a 50% chance to poison the target, and all your subsequent weapon strikes against the poison target will heal you for 10% of the damage dealt. Shiv Effect, instantly restores 5% of the rogue's health. Elusiveness, your feint ability also reduces all damage taken by 30% for 5 seconds. Level 60, Preparation. 5-minute cooldown. When activated, this ability immediately finishes the cooldown of your sprint, vanish, cloak of shadows, evasion, and dismantle abilities. Shadow Step, 24-second cooldown. Step through the shadows and appear behind a target. Movement speed is increased by 70% for 2 seconds afterwards. New one, Burst of Speed, increases movement speed by 70% for 4 seconds. If you are afflicted by any movement impairing effects, activating this ability will instead remove any such effects and grant immunity to the reapplication for 4 seconds. Level 75, Deadly Brew. Whenever you apply one of your non-lethal poisons to a target, you also apply Crippling Poison. Paralytic Poison. Requires one-hand melee, blah blah blah. Coats your weapon with a non-lethal poison that lasts for 1 hour. Each strike has a 20% chance of poisoning the enemy for 15 seconds, stacking up to 5 times on a single target. And upon a 5th application, the enemy will be stunned for 4 seconds. Shiv Effect causes instant paralysis of an enemy's lower body, rooting them in place for 4 seconds. Dirty Tricks. Your Gouge and Blind no longer have an energy cost and no longer break from damage dealt by your poison and bleed effects. 90. Shuriken Toss. Ranged attack that deals over 90 skills, by the way. Shuriken Toss, ranged attack that deals 4,116 physical damage to an enemy, awarding 1 combo point. Versatility. Your redirecting ability now has no cooldown. When your attack generates a combo point, anticipation. When one of your attacks generates a combo point on a target that already has 5 combo points, you gain an anticipation charge up to a maximum of 5. When you perform an offensive finishing move on an enemy, any anticipation charges are consumed to grant you an equal number of combo points on that target. Blah. Go reading skills because I'm so pro at this. So, my next question is that I didn't look at is, do rogues get poisoned still, or is it just through the talents? I don't know. I will have to check into that and give you an update later. If I'm just going to go with the poisons are still there, I just don't have any in my bags being a pre-made. But if for some reason they don't have poisons anymore, I'll update and say they do. If not, for now, just assume they do have poisons, which I'm sure they do, unless it's just through this. So anyways, let's go on the glyphs. There wasn't a ton of awesome new ones. They have a lot of the same, such as blurred speed, allows you to run on water. Decoy is a new one. When you vanish, you leave behind a brief illusion that very closely resembles you. Detection, focus intently on trying to detect something, which all it is this. You just do that, and then it says detecting something, maybe. Disguise. When you pickpocket a humanoid enemy, you also copy their appearance for 5 minutes. Your disguise will unravel upon entering combat. Hemorrhage. Your hemorrhage ability only causes lingering damage over time to targets that were already afflicted by a bleed effect. Killing spree. Your killing spree returns you to your starting location when the effect ends. Poisons. You apply your poisons 50% faster. Ooh. Save fall. Same. Okay. But yeah, so there's the glyphs. Nothing extensive and new for rogues, really. I know a couple of their abilities changed. Like there was one called Crimson Tempest. I'm honestly not. I think that's a standard ability for rogues, though you can see the spellbook for them is a little glitched. So Crimson Tempest, finishing move that consumes combo points on any nearby target to slash at the flesh of enemies within 8 yards, dealing physical damage and causing victims to bleed and suffer additional 30% of the initial damage over 12 seconds. I think that's about the only thing that's different and changed for them. Yeah. Oh, Shroud of Concealment. Requires stealth. Extend a cloak that wraps party and raid members within 20 yards. 5-minute cooldown. That's interesting. You can actually stealth everyone. Shadow Walk significantly increases stealth for 6 seconds with a 1-minute cooldown. Huh, they actually did add a couple things to rogues I didn't see. Oh, actually, here we go. Poisons. There's the answer. Poisons are actually non-item now. You actually just put them on as a skill. Awesome. That makes it a ton easier. Thank God, finally. So yeah, this is Daniel. This has been a rogue. He has a flaming knife. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.